taking it back to your board, the vice mayor's been absent in both of these, and so I'm not sure he'll show up for yours. Given the topic, apparently he's adult enough to vote for all the growth, but not adult enough to come in here and find a solution on how to fund it.
Flagler County Commissioner Leanne Pennington questioned the Palm Coast City Council's ability to independently deliberate on a half-cent sales tax to fund new deputies due to Vice Mayor Ed Danko's absence at this week's joint meeting with the County Commission. In an interview with WNZF, Vice Mayor Ed Danko responds to the criticism.
I don't need to attend a joint city council county meeting to know where I stand on this tax increase. I am opposed to it, just like I was opposed to it last year when they tried the same thing.
Danko says the reason for his absence at this week's meeting was because he was at a doctor's appointment that was scheduled 6 months in advance.
I fully support funding our great Sheriff Rick Staley and his department, but we can do that without a tax increase by cutting the wasteful spending out of both the city and the county's budgets.
On the other side of it, Commissioner Pennington supports a half-cent sales tax and says politics will not play a role in her decision.
All the broken things that we have to deal with and can't fund are because somebody wasn't brave enough for the political heat of it. I will say this about the half-cent sales tax. The public, when given the opportunity about the school, understood it and accepted it. When given the opportunity to say, we are going to do a half-cent sales tax because it's going to keep your level of service at what you're accustomed to or darn near close, and is for public safety, they're accepting of that. I guarantee you, with this, particularly with this growth, they do not want to see public safety go down the tubes with people coming in.
We'll have more on this meeting tomorrow on Flagler's Morning News. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, May 30th. The holiday weekend was a busy one for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Rick Staley has the weekend roundup.
Over the Memorial Day weekend, deputies made 27 arrests, handled 1,150 calls for service, and made 293 traffic stops, including 5 DUI arrests, 4 by the Sheriff's Office and 1 by the Highway Patrol. The Marine Unit, to ensure safety while boating, conducted 19 vessel stops, but did not encounter anyone boating while impaired, which is a great thing. Unfortunately for a few people, they did not heed my warning to remember what Memorial Day was about, remembering our fallen military heroes. Instead, they decided to party, and they saw new bars at the Green Roof Inn. Some of the highlights of the arrest was that the DeLand man was arrested for reckless driving and 2 counts of child abuse and fentanyl possession when he was stopped for going 128 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone in State Road 11. During the arrest, 2 children were in the back seat and he was found with fentanyl. In another case, traffic stop by Deputy Dorsey resulted in the arrest of an armed drug dealer. Another person found, don't come to Flagler County and peddle your poison. He was found with a 9mm handgun with an extended magazine containing 18 rounds of ammunition. He visited the Green Roof Inn.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. We continue to look at the candidates running to be Palm Coast mayor.
I want developments to be planned out properly, and I want to ensure that the money that you all are paying for your taxes being spent properly with good planning.
Cornelia Downing Manfrey has lived in Palm Coast for 25 years. Now she wants to be mayor.
I've formerly been on the board of the Family Life Center, Kindervision, head of the Flagler Symphonic Society for 10 years, and I was the School Advisory Council chair of Flagler Palm Coast High School for 5 years.
Manfrey wants to see the city better managed.
The city needs a new city manager. We need someone with business credentials, experience, know-how, strength, and to know how to look at a city budget and keep it tight. We have got major problems with our infrastructure that is affecting us in expanding our economic base. And with that, we have to be able to review exactly where we stand with our infrastructure and plan.
To Manfrey, upgrading the city's infrastructure is critical.
The budget has not been in place to get the roads resurfaced. We're close to 30 years now since ITT poured many of these roads. Swales, the same argument is coming up. Why aren't the swales being cleaned out?
Tomorrow, our Palm Coast mayoral candidate profiles continue with a look at Mike Norris. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Daryl Moody.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.